People are not who you think they are, and neither are you. There is a hidden side of human nature here. Most people spend their entire lives avoiding this dark reality, not because it is complicated, but because it is deeply uncomfortable. We like to believe that people are inherently good, kind, honest, and loyal throughout their lives, no matter what happens around them. And sometimes they actually are good, until they are suddenly not. Because the truth is, people remain good when it is easy. But when extreme pressure hits and overwhelming emotions take over your mind, that is when you truly see who they really are. The first dark truth you must accept is that most people consistently act entirely in their own personal self-interest every day. Even when their actions look like genuine kindness, you must think about it carefully. How often do people help for selfish reasons? Many individuals only offer their assistance because it makes them feel superior or because they expect something valuable in return from you. They crave respect, constant validation, and external approval from society. And when they do not get these things, their entire demeanor changes. Suddenly, the friendly face disappears completely. They transform into someone cold and distant, revealing the true selfish motives hiding beneath their smile. This self-interest drives almost every human interaction. We build relationships based on mutual benefit rather than unconditional love or pure sacrifice. Understanding this fundamental selfish drive helps you navigate social situations without feeling completely betrayed when someone finally chooses themselves over your friendship. The second dark truth is that people are not as emotionally stable as you think. Human loyalty often depends heavily on circumstances. When things are going exceptionally well and life is comfortable, people will gladly stay by your side and celebrate your mutual success. But when things get incredibly hard and the situation becomes dangerous, they will quickly leave you behind to protect their own peace. They do not abandon you because they are inherently evil people. They leave because human nature instinctively seeks safety, comfort, and survival. We are biologically wired to avoid pain and suffering at all costs. Staying with a sinking ship goes against our primal instincts. Therefore, placing blind faith in the permanent loyalty of others is a dangerous game that will inevitably lead to massive heartbreak eventually. You must learn to appreciate the temporary presence of people in your life without expecting them to stay forever through every storm. The third dark truth reveals a painful reality. Not everyone in your circle actually wants you to win or achieve massive success. They will smile brightly at your face, but silently compare their own miserable lives to your rapidly growing achievements and personal victories. And when you start doing significantly better than them, that warm, friendly smile can quickly turn into cold distance and bitter resentment. People are comfortable with your progress only as long as you do not surpass their own level of success and social standing. Your brilliant light exposes their hidden shadows and failures. Your relentless ambition reminds them of the potential they have wasted over time. This toxic jealousy destroys countless friendships every single day. You must be very careful about who you share your biggest dreams with. Keep your most important goals private and let your massive success make all the noise, while filtering out those who secretly hate. The fourth dark truth is that people wear psychological masks every single day. You rarely ever see who they truly are inside. You only see exactly what they desperately want you to see. They project fake confidence, artificial kindness, and an illusion of strength. But hidden deeply behind that carefully crafted public mask, there can be crippling insecurity, irrational fear, massive ego, and very dark thoughts. And sometimes beneath the charming personality lies dangerous manipulation. They use these deceptive masks to control how you perceive their true intentions. Society forces us to wear these protective disguises to fit in, avoid harsh judgment, and survive the brutal realities of human interaction. Taking off the mask requires immense vulnerability, which is something most people are terrified of showing to a highly critical modern world. Therefore, you must learn to read between the lines and observe their subtle actions rather than blindly trusting their beautifully spoken words. The fifth dark truth is perhaps the most tragic of all. People lie constantly, not just to others, but mostly to themselves, because facing the brutal reality of their own flaws is significantly harder than living comfortably inside a beautifully constructed psychological fantasy world. So they constantly justify their terrible behavior. They deny their obvious mistakes, and they avoid taking any real responsibility for their lives. This profound self-deception prevents them from achieving genuine personal growth. You cannot fix a serious problem if you refuse its existence. We create elaborate stories in our minds to make ourselves the innocent victims or the noble heroes of every single social conflict. Breaking through this thick wall of denial requires immense courage that very few individuals actually possess in this modern age of distraction. Do not expect complete honesty from someone who cannot even look into the mirror and tell themselves the absolute truth without flinching. But here is the most deeply uncomfortable truth of all. The terrifying darkness you clearly see in others actually exists in you. The hidden selfishness, the fragile ego, and the paralyzing fear. You may not show it publicly, but it is definitely hiding there. And actively ignoring this dark side of your personality does not miraculously make it disappear into thin air. It only grows stronger. We are all capable of terrible things under the right circumstances. Acknowledging your own potential for darkness is the first vital step. Only by accepting your own hidden flaws can you truly understand and forgive the inevitable imperfections found in the people around you. This profound realization destroys arrogance and builds genuine humility. You are no better than anyone else fighting their own silent internal battles. Embrace your shadow self. Understand its dark motivations, but consciously choose to act with honor, integrity, and discipline despite your primal urges. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this psychological reality deeply. They never pretended that human beings were completely perfect or entirely morally pure. They fully accepted human nature exactly for what it is, without any romantic illusions or unrealistic expectations regarding human behavior and loyalty. The first crucial Stoic principle you must apply is to expect significantly less from others to protect your own fragile peace entirely. By lowering your expectations of human behavior, you completely eliminate the bitter disappointment that follows when people inevitably reveal their selfish nature. The second powerful principle is to focus entirely on controlling yourself, because your own reactions are the only things you truly command. You cannot control the betrayal or the jealousy of others, but you can always control how you choose to respond to them. The third essential principle is to see reality clearly, using pure logic rather than letting your blinding emotions distort the actual truth. Remove the emotional filter from your eyes. Observe people exactly as they are, not as you desperately wish they would eventually be. Understanding the dark complexities of human nature does not make you a negative or cynical person. It actually makes you highly aware. And deep awareness is ultimate power, because when you finally see people clearly, you immediately stop being foolishly naive about their intentions. You stop expecting too much from flawed individuals, and you stop getting deeply hurt by things you should have already understood beforehand. This powerful shift in perspective creates an unbreakable emotional shield around your mind, protecting you from unnecessary drama and toxic social manipulation. The external world does not suddenly change its chaotic nature,
but the way you perceive and interact with it changes quite dramatically. And that profound shift in perception changes absolutely everything about how you live, how you love, and how you peacefully move forward. You begin to appreciate genuine kindness much more because you finally realize just how incredibly rare and valuable it is today. You stop wasting your precious energy trying to fix toxic people who are completely committed to misunderstanding you and destroying your peace. Instead, you invest all your valuable time into building your own mental resilience, focusing heavily on personal growth and deep spiritual wisdom. The darkness in the world will always exist, but it no longer has the power to blind you or control your emotions. You walk through life with your eyes wide open, fully prepared for the worst, but still quietly hoping for the absolute best. This is the true essence of ancient Stoic philosophy, finding unshakable inner peace amidst the unpredictable chaos of human nature and society. Do not let the cruelty of others turn your own heart cold. Use their failures as vital lessons for your own development. Become the strong, reliable, and honorable person that you desperately wish to see in this highly flawed and incredibly chaotic modern world. Master your own hidden darkness before you dare to judge the visible shadows cast by the struggling people walking right beside you. True mental strength is not about ignoring reality. It is about facing the absolute darkest truths without ever losing your own humanity. Let this profound knowledge be your ultimate armor. Wear it proudly as you navigate the complex maze of human relationships and desires. Stay incredibly vigilant, remain deeply grounded, and never forget that your ultimate power lies strictly within your own disciplined mind and actions. If this deep exploration of human nature made you think critically about your life, it is time to take your mindset seriously. Subscribe to Ancient Wisdom for more powerful videos on human nature, stoicism, and building unbreakable mental strength. Thank you for watching today.